Good morning, Year 4. Welcome to Tuesday's maths lesson. I'm going to ask you to start by completing 4 mental arithmetic questions again. And if you'd like to stop the video, and I'll be revealing the questions at the end. Okay, so here's the answers to the questions. Again, I hope you thought about using some of the arithmetic strategies that we have been using in class. If I was doing 707 add 9, then one way to do that is to do 707 add 10 and then subtract 1 off that. So obviously 707 add 10 would give you the answer 717, and then I can take my 1 off that. If I was doing 672 subtract 6, then thinking about bridging through 10, I would first of all take off my 2 to give me 670, and then from 670 I could then take off my extra 4. Obviously I've subtracted 2 and 4 because that's how I'm subtracting 6, and that then is going to give me the answer 666. Now, if you've tuned in today as someone who is normally going to do the Sapphire challenges, then you ideally need to go back onto the YouTube site and check out the Sapphire video input for today's lesson. For everyone today though, what we're going to be doing is estimating addition and subtraction calculations. In order to be successful at this, you're going to need to be able to round numbers to the nearest 10, 100 and 1000. That is the skill that we practiced yesterday, and for some questions you're possibly going to need to be able to add the estimated numbers as well. Now, just a reminder, when we come to do our adding, you work very hard on this through the autumn term. We've got our 2 methods for addition. The one that most of us are familiar with is the carrying method, but some of us do prefer to actually expand the method out and use the expanded column method. Here's just a reminder of the subtraction methods that we've used this year. Obviously the one at the bottom involves you doing some exchanging. Now, thinking of estimating, we can estimate to the nearest 10, to the nearest 100, to the nearest 1000 when we're dealing with 4-digit numbers. And it's thinking about which would be the most accurate. So the question here is estimate 2,451, subtract 1,623. So we want a rough estimate of what the answer would be, an approximate answer. Now, if we were to round each 4-digit number to the nearest 1000, we'd be doing 2,000, take 2,000, we get the answer 0. So it's not really going to give us an accurate enough answer. If we round it to the nearest 100, which is looking here at B, then we'd be rounding to 2,500 and 1,600. If I subtract those numbers from each other, I get the answer 900. In my head, that is a fairly decent estimate. It gives me a close enough approximation of the numbers. However, I could round to the nearest 10 and be even more accurate. 2,460, take away therefore 1,620 gives me the answer 840. So, as I've already said, the most accurate way of doing it is C, the least accurate is A, but most probably, often enough, the method that I'm going to be able to most probably do fairly quickly and swiftly in my head is going to be B to the nearest 100. If I was asked, for example, how many cars were there in 2 car parks, if I was a car park attendant, then if I had 2,457 in one, 1,623 in another, and I was told that 1,623 had left one of the car parks. I wanted to know roughly how many were left. I could quickly round those to the nearest 100, and I know I'd have roughly around 900 cars left. Here's a question on your board. Estimate the answer to the calculation below. If you want to pause the video now and have a go at rounding both numbers to the nearest 1,000, both numbers to the nearest 100, both to the nearest 10, you can do so. So if you've just unpaused the video, if I was rounding both those numbers to the nearest 1,000, my answer is going to be around 8,000. Sorry, my answer will be 8,000. If I'm rounding to the nearest 100, which obviously we know our skills from yesterday, but just to recap, that this would round to 4,300, and this number would round to 3,500. If I add those together, I'm going to get the answer 7,800. And if I went to the nearest 10, then I would get the answer 7,780. Rounding to the nearest 10, then this number would be 4,270, and I'll be adding to 3,510. Okay, so this is where this number here is coming from, where I've rounded the numbers to the nearest 10 before adding them. Okay. So you're going to have a series of questions today, and you are going to need to be doing some rounding before you then complete some addition. In terms of your tasks today, there is again the bronze challenge and the silver challenge, the gold challenge. There's even a gold extension challenge, and you are welcome to just do the gold extension challenge if you prefer. So you've almost got 4 choices today. You will see that the bronze challenge is essentially just practicing your rounding from yesterday. So if you found rounding a bit tricky yesterday, perhaps the bronze challenge will be good for you to have a go at. So you'll see the challenges when you open up the document. Good luck, and I look forward to speaking to you all tomorrow. Thank you.